Hey, happy Thursday, family. Happy Thursday. Sending you some love and positive energy on this Thursday. I want to share a situation that, a conversation, so to speak, that started last night. And this is, listen. I don't want anybody to comment on this, at least not against the person. Because this is not about the person per se. This is about me and where I am. And sometimes you might have to experience it. You may experience this in your life if you haven't already. And a lot of times we take the high road or whatever, or we let stuff go, whatever the case may be. But this is a situation. Someone that I know, I'm cool with. I guess we've known each other for some time. They send me messages on Facebook, on in my instant messenger, or whatever you call that thing, the messenger. And so I'm not always on, so like if there's something you want to talk about, I'm going to miss it. So last night I just simply asked, I was like, I'm not on here all the time. Do you have my number? Don't you have my number? And they were like, no. And I'm like, I know many times when I've had to give them my number again. And it's one of those things of, like, I did the sad face emoji. And they were like, why the faces? I was like, just flat out, like, for whatever reason, you keep having to ask for my number, or you keep deleting my number, whatever happens. I don't know what happens, but you have my number several times, so we communicated. And then this is the part that's for me, because again, I'm clear. In my 51 years, I've never, ever, let's be clear, I've never been intentionally harmful or hurtful to anybody, even when I was in my own unenlightenment. I've never been. 51 years, I've never been intentional. Now, you may not have liked the way I responded to something, but please don't ever, and I use the word assassinate my character. Don't go against and try to make me out to be something that I'm not, based off of feelings. And again, a lot of people who know me know I honor your feelings. However, feelings are not facts. Let's talk about what factually happened. When we get into an emotional conversation, let's talk about the facts. We can address your feelings, but let's talk about the facts. Let's talk about what happened, and then maybe you get a better understanding. Anyway, this person, who I actually like, said that for years I've been unkind to them. So that was a shock. That was a blow, like, for me to be intentionally unkind to anybody. The second thing, so I responded with like, no shade. There's a couple of things. First of all, I did not receive that. I was like, I reject that, because I know in all the years of my living, I've never been intentionally unkind. I may not have responded to something the way you thought I should have, but to just say that I've been unkind to you is not cool. That's a lie. I don't care how you slice it. That's a flat out lie. I don't never just, that's not my energy. So, and this is the thing I've said, I'm paraphrasing because it's a long little exchange, but again, it's worth it. One, if I've been that unkind to you, no shade. Let's just think factually. If I've been that unkind to you and I've never tried to apologize, or we've never had a conversation about it, why do you keep reaching out? If I'm that unkind to you, if I caused you that much turmoil or whatever, why would you continue to reach out? Why would you continue to touch fire after you keep getting burned? That's one. Two, along the same lines, if I have been unkind to you, why haven't we discussed it? Why haven't you called me to the carpet and said, I don't like X, Y, and Z? And let's be for real. I'm clear. I've hurt people's feelings because of, maybe it was a response to something. And even if, sometimes people just have bad days. But if you're friends with people, and I'm clear about this. If you're friends with people, you address the issue and you clear the air. So again, I asked the question, then I got a response that said something along the lines of, no, unkind is accurate. You forgot how you treated me in 2016 or whatever the year was. And again, my thing is, Be specific. Tell me exactly what I did. Tell me the whole scenario. What happened? Don't just say I was unkind to you and don't put it in context. What actually happened? Because in my head, what that says to me is that I reach out to you and I'm intentionally trying to lie to you or sabotage you, and that's not how this works. So I said that from the standpoint of peace, knowing yourself. Like I always say, you gotta know yourself. Like, I'm not taking that. I'm not accepting that. There's some stuff like, and if you don't want to talk to me, I'm cool. And this is what I said. One of the things I said, if you don't want to talk to me, it's cool, but don't talk to me based off of facts, not feelings. And if you tell yourself something enough times without it being checked, you will start to believe that narrative. That's just fact. So, again, I refuse to accept somebody telling me in my 51 years, with all the people I have known and continue to know, people I have been friends with since elementary school, what you will not do is say that I'm a liar, I'm unfair, I'm unkind. That's not true. That's simply not true. And so, this is not about that person. This is about me. And just in case you have to, sometimes you just have to stand up and be like, no, I can't accept that. I can't accept it. If you want to talk about it, fine, we can discuss it. But what you're not going to do is just put a false label on me. If you say I'm bald head and I talk a lot, I'll take that because I do. I am and I do. But to say I've been me, even in my 20s, my 30s, in my teens, talk to the people. Well, you ain't got to talk because I don't need any help. The truth doesn't need any help. I'm standing on the fact of, no, I'm not going to accept that bold-faced lie. Let's talk about whatever you're feeling or whatever you put in your head of how you wanted me to respond, and I didn't respond to that, and you take that as unkindness. But that's not unkind. That's not the same thing as maybe my response to something was unkind, but for you to put out that I've been unkind to you, like I've been intentional, and then you keep reaching out to me, there's something wrong with that. Because if someone's unkind to me, and I'm going to address it. I'm going to let you know how you make me feel or what, So we can, because sometimes it's people are talking too fast, they're having a bad day, whatever, and we can squash it. I'm not going to let something fester and then hold you accountable for something you didn't know about. That's not how this works. But, in addition to that, whatever you felt, address it, but don't go off on a lie or something that you create in your head. That does not fly with me. Let's have a real discussion if you're interested, because again, this is my thing. To me, no, that ain't interesting. That's fucked up. But I'm saying this, and there's nothing about that person. Let me be clear, because I like the person, whether they speak to me again or not. I like the person. But this energy, this exchange, you're not gonna lie on me, and you're not going to attack my character and say that I'm unkind. That's the furthest thing from the truth. So, I just, yeah, that's in my spirit, and I've got clients, and I refuse to take this dumb energy on, so I'm releasing it. But be clear, there are some people who will tell you this, that, and the third, but they won't tell the whole story, and they won't even tell you the whole story. And so you're lost like, what? When did that happen? So I guess my points are, if someone offends you who's supposed to be your friend, and if it's worth the friendship, have a conversation right then and there. Don't let stuff fester. And then definitely don't not talk about it and then try to bombard them with some stuff that, again, I'm not intentionally unkind to people. So then for me not to even realize that and then be bombarded with all these years later, and it's been multiple times, yet you can't tell me any specifics, and don't tell me what I did to you. Tell me the whole scenario. So then we can break this thing down. And I could have been wrong. Never intentionally unkind, but I can see how maybe my response to something. But again, that's your expectation of who I'm supposed to be without fully knowing me or without taking accountability for yourself. Okay, it's 10 minutes. I just wanted to get that out. I'm about to go and cut some hair. I love you guys. Happy Thursday.